In this video we show, with a combination of user intervention and automated processes, how TaskCentre for SalesLogix interacts with Equifax to validate account details and provide up-to-date credit scoring. The solution is broken up into multiple individual tasks that interact with each other depending on how the task has been configured. Right, enough talk, let's take a look at the task. This solution consists of two phases. The first establishes the company reference number as given by Companies House. The second obtains the credit scoring and suggested credit limit from Equifax. Okay, let's create a new account in SalesLogix. As this is a new account, the first task in phase 1 runs. Let's break this down. The first step uses the SalesLogix event trigger tool to detect that a new account has been entered. Okay, the user has entered Orbissoft. They really meant Orbis software, but the task can handle this, as we will see later. If the user has been kind enough to enter the company reference number, the task can branch off to the Contact Equifax step, which passes the company reference number to the next phase. However, we're not that lucky, so the task continues to these next few steps. The Equifax tool is used to search their database for companies with the name we entered, Orbissoft. We can see that there are 9 records found. So now we need some user interaction to decide which of these companies is the correct one. We do this by creating a workflow using these 5 steps. When creating the workflow, TaskCentre will dynamically populate a field with all the possible companies so that a user can select the correct one. TaskCentre now sends the user an email letting them know they need to select a company, and can click the link to My TaskCentre to process the workflow. Now we can see the workflow form. It is listing all the possible companies in the drop-down list. Okay, let's pick the correct company, Orbis Software Limited. Pressing the Accept button triggers the last part of this workflow process and starts the next task. This captures the company reference number in the workflow completed step, and it is ready to pass on to phase 2 of our solution, which obtains the company's credit scoring. Let's take a look at this task. So now we have confirmed what company we are dealing with. Now's the time to get their credit score. This task receives the company reference passed by the previous phase, and using the Equifax tool, TaskCentre interrogates their database and extracts the credit scoring data into an XML file. It is then written into SalesLogix and timestamped. Let's jump to SalesLogix and take a look at the Orbis software record. We have modified SalesLogix and added a credit reference tab. It holds all of the credit-related fields used by this TaskCentre solution. You can see that the suggested credit limit received from Equifax is now set to £6,000, and further information from Equifax has been written into the other related fields. The suggested credit limit can now be transferred to the account credit limit field and authorized. When saving the account, the available credit has been calculated, and the account gets a green light.